Hi everyone, welcome to my full body stretch routine. It's about 17 minutes and you're going to need some water, a yoga mat or a thick towel. So we're going to start off in side bend. And we're going to take our hands up, close to our ears, and we're going to lean forward, making sure the back is nice and flat and the chest is going as far down as you can. We're going to take a swing side to side, fully relaxing the lower back. We're going to roll up through the spine, with the head being the last thing that comes up. Now we're going to take a side bend to the left side and try and get our ear down towards our shoulder. And you should feel a nice stretch up the side. And then we're going to put our hands up and we're going to do a lean forward with a flat back again. Keeping the head up. And we're just going to hold here. Then we're going to go and do our swings from side to side again, fully relaxing the lower back, the shoulders, and making sure our head and the back of our head is fully relaxed so that we can get the most out of this motion. Then we're going to go to the other side. And now we're going to bend and stretch. So only the supporting leg is bending whilst we're trying to get our head close to our shin and keeping that leg straight. Our goal is to keep a flat back as much as possible, pushing that chest out. And then we're going to go up. We're going to bring it round to the other side and we're going to repeat. So we're going to bend and stretch, making sure the knees are facing the front, knees over toes, and making sure both feet are facing the front in parallel. We want to be getting a deeper and deeper stretch every time. Making sure we're also using our inner thighs to rotate our knees outwards. And we'll roll up. And now we're going to roll back down through the spine. Hands parallel, facing the front. And now the goal is to get our head round, to look at the back as much as possible. And we're going to bend and stretch, each time going deeper and deeper into this position. For a next challenge, you want to bring the feet in as close as possible to feel more of a stretch, and the further out is the easier it is. Now we're going to open up the hips, alternating each arm. We're pushing each knee out, so we're starting with the left side and we are pushing each knee out and we're holding it, making sure to open up the hips and the inner thighs. You should really feel this in the inner thighs. It's also a bit of a burn, a bit of a workout in there as well. Making sure to not overly turn your feet out, just turn it out to a comfortable position. And the key, making sure that the knees are still over the toes. We're just going to do a slight twist with each movement. Now we're going to stand up and we're going to take this into a forwards lunge. So we're starting with the right leg. We can put our hands on the knee. We're going to drop it down and bring it up. So we're dropping the back leg down and bringing it up. Be careful to not bash your knee onto the ground. We want to protect our joints. So we're just carefully lowering this down, using our muscles to lower the leg down. If you need a simplified version, you can just hold it without moving it down. just so long as the front knee is over the toe, and you should feel the stretch all down the hip flexor and through to the quads. So now we're going to take this position further. We're going to put our hands on our hips. This is important to make sure you're feeling this in the hip flexor. And we are pushing our hips forward towards the ground. And then we're bringing it up. And then we're moving back down. So we're going to keep going through this motion where we are going down with our pelvis forward. And then we are going up and flexing the foot. So this is key for getting your splits. This is for the hamstring, for the hip flexor, and for the quads. It's also good for core strength. It's going to help you to build up the correct amount of strength and flexibility to eventually get your front splits. So now we're going to take it back down to the previous position whilst holding our back leg up. So the goal is to pull the foot as close as you can towards your back, and this is to stretch the quad. Now we're going to make sure that our back is straight and we are looking up as we lean down further. As you can see, this is in a perfect tabletop position with a straight back. So now we're going to take this into our pigeon pose. So this is when the front leg is bent and the back leg is straight. And this is great for opening the hips. And this is specifically for if you want to work towards your front split. So we're going to keep our back nice and straight, no arch back. And we're going to hold here, and then we're going to lean forwards to get a deeper stretch. If this is too much for you, you can keep it as back up with the hands to each side. So now we're going to carefully roll up into mermaid pose, which is when you pull the back leg towards you. So this is opening up the hips as well as giving the quads a really nice deep stretch. If this is too extreme for you, you can keep it down in pigeon pose. And now we're going to step back into left leg lunge. And we're just going to drop the knee down, putting all the weight in the front leg. The back leg should have no weight in it. We're not smashing our knees to the ground, we're just gently lowering it. This will build up the correct mobility to get your front split. Now we are lowering the back leg all the way, and we are stretching our hip flexor again. With the hands on the hip, we are bringing ourselves back, and then we're going down into the original stretch. We're just going down and then back up. And we're going to repeat these a few times, each time trying to get closer and closer to the floor. You want to think of it as the weight is going into the heel as you flex up, and it's staying there as you come down. Making sure that we are going deep and we are tucking our pelvis in so that we can get the most out of this stretch. And now we are readjusting. We are now going into our deep lunge with the back leg up, trying to bring our leg as close as you can to your back, keeping your back up and the weight in the front leg with knees over toes. And then now we are folding over, foot completely flexed and back straight. Now let's go into pigeon pose. So we're making sure that our hips are not rocking off to the side and that our hips are square to the front. And now we are folding down. And we're going to hold this stretch. Now we're rolling back up, going back into mermaid with our back leg, and once again trying to pull it as close as you can to yourself. Now we are moving on to the second half. We are now stretching our back. So we're going to contract forward and we're going to arch. Making sure we feel this all in our lower back. We're going to hold on to our ankles and use our arm strength to pull ourselves in as much as possible and then arching outwards, making sure to create a nice C curve. And now we are going into cat-cow. So we're going to go into tabletop position and we're going to contract and arch. We are using our lower abdominal muscles to contract, and then we are going to arch, pressing the weight into our hands and pushing up and taking our head all the way back. Making sure none of the weight is in our knees to protect our joints and that all of the weight is in our hands. And now we're going to back roll. So we're just going to kind of throw our hips around and then we're going to repeat. Contracting and arching. Contracting, look down. Arch, look up. Contracting, looking back down. And then arching, looking up to the sky. This is a great flow, but we are just scratching the surface. If you would like to take your flexibility further, I have a 40-minute flexibility and mobility class. This is designed to get the deepest stretch possible that we can't just cover in the 17 minutes. You can sign up in my channel description. And now we're going to pull it back into child's pose, which is nice and relaxing. We can wait here a bit, open our hips and relax our back. Now, it's not over just yet, so we're going to go into seal position, making sure our hips are touching the floor. And we're pushing all the way up, creating a nice curve in the spine. And this is mostly for the lower back. And we're going to push through our hands and look up. Your head is the heaviest part of your body, so we are just using the weight to increase the stretch. Well done for coming this far. So if you'd like personalised feedback, then it would be really valuable to join one of my group sessions. Or if you'd like one-to-one feedback with no distractions, you can message me privately and we can arrange a private session. All group and private sessions are taught via Zoom only. Once you purchase your class or private class, you'll be sent the Zoom link immediately. We are going to arch all the way back in a C curve and we're just going to pulse. We're keeping our hands up. We're going to bring our hands back up and we're pulsing whilst looking back. This is to increase the range of motion in our lower back and also increase core strength. So it's very important that we're using our core to stabilize us here to ensure that we're not hurting ourselves. If this is too much of a challenge, you can stay in seal for the duration of this exercise. Now we're going back to child's pose and we're rolling up. So now is the split challenge. If you've got your splits, great. If not, you can just go as far as you can, and we're going to hold it in our furthest position. We're now going to turn over and go into frog position. So we're going to make sure that our back is not overly arched, and we're trying to get our knees further and further apart. Now, if you want a challenge, you can arch your back. You can look up and open the chest. If not, keep the back up nice and straight and just pull the knees to the side. Now we're going to switch and go into our left leg split. So now we're going to turn and go into our middle split. If you can't do the middle split, that's okay. That's what we're working towards. But you're going to need to go and hold it as far as you can whilst putting all the weight in your hands. And try and think of it as you are separating both legs. Breathing deeply and trying to move closer and closer to the floor. Now we're going up into straddle, and we're going to go side to side. This is great for the sides, for the core, and also for the inner thighs. I'm going to make sure that our hands are facing outwards and our elbows are touching each knee. Now we're going to turn and face our right leg. So we're trying to get as close to the leg as possible without the knees and the hips moving. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you found this tutorial useful and that you are becoming more flexible on your journey.